Hello, my fellow patriots. It's Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective, and I have a perspective today. I wanted to throw it in there. As you guys are well aware that the criminal creature that was hemmed up for screwing with our children has apparently been suicided. Well, I got interesting news about that. I don't believe he has been. I think it's just way too awfully convenient. I think that it's entirely possible that the Justice Department, the NSA, whoever is on the good team anymore, I think they were starting to hear chatter since the documents from this filth were being released. 180 of them apparently last night, and more to come for a total of 2,000 documents. So I think that this was a swoop and scoop where they know something was coming. Maybe they were going to institute a riot in that prison. The clowns have a way of getting whatever they want on cue when they want it. And I think it was necessary to get in there and swoop him up. And as disgusting as that pig is, and if I were left in a room with him, I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'd probably do bad things. But as far as I'm concerned, I think he's still there, or not there. I think he's been taken out. I believe he's going to be put into a safe house in custody until he can do his thing, because these documents that are going to come down are going to take out an awful lot of high-level people, and his security is of the utmost importance. Even though he's a pig, I think he needs to be happy, healthy, and comfortable until he gets done being witness to the trials for the other people that are involved in this stuff. But they needed a distraction also, so think of that convenience. We've got these 302s from Nellie and Bruce Orr that have just come down, and it basically implicates Nellie as the writer of the Steele dossier, and Orr and Steele collaborating to move false information into the FBI and into the media. So these documents are going to implicate illegalities by many other high-ranking officials as well. And the thing that I got thinking about was the situation with Epstein. When his information comes out, he's going to be taking out some world leaders. He's going to be taking out a lot of Hollywood and a lot of our people's idols and their mentors, and their, the people that they looked up to are going to be all of a sudden resembling a pile of steaming crap. So it's going to shock a lot of people. But the 302s and the FISA warrants that were done illegally, these attempts to do a coup on the nation, could be a bigger deal than even the Jeffrey Epstein issue. It will take down potentially world leaders that were involved in this, because you, as a foreign power, trying to take down a U.S. president for any reason, you don't necessarily have to do it physically, but if you try to do it by manipulating internet and media and things like that, that's still treason. That's an act of war by another country. And a declaration of war could be declared by another country going after the president. So these people are in deep doo-doo. And when they get this stuff released, all this information comes out, there's going to be an awful lot of people falling. We've been waiting for this for a long time. It's taken an awful long time. I get tired of hearing the wheels of justice move slowly, but the reality is, unless we had the system we have now, the wheels of justice wouldn't have rolled at all, because they were all protecting each other. Everybody was covering for each other. Information was being suppressed. All of this is coming out. And if you notice, we got a little bit of weather thinking about coming in. But anyway, I wanted to get this out there because I just think there's more to this in the shadows than there is out on the open. Just don't be too surprised if all of a sudden old Epstein pops back up at a strategic moment and starts doing his thing to bear witness to other people, and you may end up finding out he's got a handler too. And I just don't doubt that. I think he does have a handler, and I think when the clowns get exposed, I think there's going to be a good reason to disband the CIA completely. I think they will be found out to be criminals of the highest level, because I've told you in my other videos that in 1961 they started running drugs, and in 1969 they found out that they were hitting a plateau, so to speak, on their potential income for their dark money projects, so they needed something else, and that's when they started running children. And we've still got 800 and some odd thousand children go missing in this country every year. Some of them end up in the sex trade. Some of them end up being tortured to death for ritualistic gatherings, and others go into child labor. So they're attacking our children, and this is going to stop. But we just have to not be too surprised by the names that'll come down in all of this, because we have been ready for it as patriots for a long time. And it's up to us to kind of soften the blow for other people without the I told you so's and stuff like that. But just to say, look, I've been trying to tell you about this. I understand it's shocking, but, it's going to get worse, and you need to be ready for it. But, anywho, that's what I got. That's my perspective on this Epstein thing. I think that just don't be too surprised if he's not quite as gone as they say he is. They needed to protect this man because he's got dirt. So anyhow, if y'all like what I have to say, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff, tell your friends about me, and I guess until next time, we'll see what other news breaks in the next couple days. But until then, y'all stay in the fight.